As a coaster enthusiast, naturally, there are going to be some roller coasters around the world that you just get so intrigued by and you want to ride them sometime before you die. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video today. Let's get a few rules out of the way first. This will not be including anything in North America because if it would, then it'd be filled with all these American coasters that everyone already knows about and a lot of people have already ridden. And this doesn't mean I think this is where they would rank or anything, but it's more of how weird they look or cool, or even something like location, or if I can't imagine what it would feel like. So this is going to be also in a top 10 format, so let's just get right into it. Starting at number 10 is Lech Coaster at Legendia, or Lech Coaster, in Poland. This was the roller coaster that kicked off the new age of Vekomas. I mean, there was Formula in 2016, but that was small. So this was their first full-scale modern coaster. And about the layout, wow, it looks intense. You start out with some kind of weird incline dive loop or something, and then an insane looking twisted hill. Then everything that follows that is all these crazy inversions, strong airtime moments, and strong G helixes and moments and stuff. And not to mention, it has a corkscrew that goes through the station, just like Phoenix. I hear from a lot of people that this is one of the best and most intense roller coasters in all of Europe. Number 9 is Expedition G-Force at Holiday Park in Germany. I love Ride of Steel. Widely considered to be one of the most flawed roller coasters out there, which I don't agree with, but still. Just imagining Ride of Steel's best moments, but for the entire ride, and none of the dead spots. It just gets me so excited, and that drop, the laterals and ejector airtime at the same time, wow. And this Elite Intamin actually has T-bars, unlike U-bricks like Superman the Ride. At number 8, we have Soaring with Dragon at, I hope I pronounced this right, sorry if I don't, Haifei Sunac Land in China. Pantheon is not the fastest multi-launch coaster. This is. It just takes elements from Intamins in America and completely supersizes them to a whole new scale. And this non-inverting loop just looks completely insane. Not to mention that huge spike. 7 is one that most people watching probably haven't even heard of. It's Battlestar Galactica at Universal Studios Singapore in, of course, Singapore. And remember earlier when I said that it could be because of the location that's on my bucket list? Well, this is the one that I was mostly talking about. I've wanted to go to Singapore since I was even into roller coasters. But that's not all. It's a dueling half sit-down, half inverted new-ish Vekoma from the 2010 era, and it has a launched lift hill like Hulk. This ride is so weird looking, but that's what makes it look cool, on top of the fact that it's literally in Singapore, and you can see the Singapore skyline from the lift hill. For number 6, we have Kronen at Hansa Park in Germany. What can I say about this one? It's a hyper Gerstlauer. How many other coasters can you say that about? Alright, none. You start inside of a giant tower, and going up the lift hill you have a very cool looking surprise, which I will not spoil. Then you have a 90-degree twisted vertical drop in the darkness into a very fast-paced layout that looks like it tries to completely rip your face off. Coming in at number 5, we have Formula Rosa at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi. This is the world's fastest roller coaster. What else is there to say? It goes nearly 150 miles per hour and looks like it has some insanely sustained airtime moments over its really long layout. Now we're at the point where these last 4, I want to ride more than anything. So at number 4, we have DC Rivals at Warner Bros. Movie World in Australia. Wow, does this thing look crazy. The non-inverting loop looks like it tries to kill you with the laterals and airtime, and that twisted drop looks like one of the best out there. And oh, wait, what? This coaster is a backwards facing car? That just doesn't even make any sense. Like, it really looks very crazy. For number 3, we have Tornado at Bakken in Denmark. And at first glance, it just looks like a spinning family coaster, like maybe a Gerslau or something. But if you think that, you are completely wrong. This coaster has a thing that you can ask for called boost mode. It's not an upcharge or anything, but you start spinning out of the station, and then as you go up the lift hill, they speed up the launch and turn the lift hill into more of a launch hill, and then they turn off all the trims. If you've seen any videos of people riding it, you'll know that it's not a family coaster. At number 2 is Tyga at Linnanmäki in Finland. This ride has been on my bucket list for probably the longest out of any of these. It has an amazing soundtrack from I'm a Score. Oh, but that's not all. This has to be one of the best first halves of any Intamin launch coaster besides Maverick. Not to mention, it's built onto the hillside, looking out onto Helsinki, and you get a great view. Then you have a very drawn out stall that looks like it has a lot of good hang time and whip on the entrance. And then there's some snappy transitions in the second half, ending with a high-speed barrel roll. Number 1 is, I don't even know how to say this. I want to ride this one so bad. This is Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland, Japan. Where do I even start with this one? Just the fact that I might be able to ride this in the next 3 or 4 years are just completely insane. This ride looks like it has forces that no other coaster can even try to have. It has an insanely fast vertical drop while spinning that pulls negative 1.7 Gs. And I hear the inversions feel like front flips or back flips depending on which side you're on. And it ends with an airtime finale. I want to ride this more than literally anything else in the entire world. So that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video.